Yesterday, it was reported that the plane carrying Malawi Vice President was reported missing, but today, on 11th of June, we have been informed that the Vice President of Malawi, Sauros Chilima, has been killed in an air crash with 9 others. He was traveling on a Malawi Defense Forces aircraft, which left Lilongwe at 9:17 a.m. and it was traveling to Muzuzu International Airport, which is 380 kilometers away from Lilongwe. So he never arrived. His plane never arrived in Muzuzu. Actually, when they were attempting landing in Muzuzu, they were told that there was poor visibility, so they should not attempt landing. So they had to return to Lilongwe. On their way back is when they were involved in an accident. So ours from Kerosi TV is to say, rest in peace, Vice President Chihima. So Chihima, some brief background about this Vice President of Malawi is that Chihima worked for Unilever, he worked for Coca-Cola, and finally Airtel as the Chief Executive Officer. At the Airtel, he rose to Chief Executive Officer before he entered into politics. He was born on 12th of February 1973. 12th February 1973 at Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital in Blantyre, Malawi. He went to primary schools at the HHI and Dalapi primary schools and later proceeded to Marist Pratas Mutendere Secondary School in the Disa district. For university studies, he studied at the University of Malawi, Chancellor College, and from where he graduated in 1994 with a bachelor's degree in social sciences. He later earned a Master of Arts in Knowledge Management in 2006 and a PhD in Knowledge Management from University of Bolton in the United Kingdom. About this career, he worked for Lever Brother Limited, now Unilever. He also worked for Leasing and Finance Company of Malawi. And finally, he worked for Castel Malawi and Airtel Malawi. He was Director of Sales, or started as a Director of Sales. Later, by 2010, he became the Chief Executive Officer of Airtel Malawi. On 21st July 2018, the Vice President launched his own political party, which was the United Transformation Movement, UTM, a political party to contest 2019 elections. Jima and his running mate, Dr. Michael Uzi, they came third with 20.24% of the popular vote. UTM won 4 seats of parliament, that is 4 seats in the National Assembly. He's a devotee Roman Catholic, married to Mary Chima, and they have 2 children together. The plane he was traveling in crashed in the Chikangawa mountain range in Malawi. They were heading to a funeral of a former Attorney General of Malawi. The type of plane he was traveling in was Dornier 228 type twin propeller plane, which was delivered to the Malawi military in 1988. That is the sad story of Malawi's Vice President, Chihima, Mr. Chihima. who has died in an air crash. Actually, on the screen, that's the wife of Chima, and she was traveling with him. So it was him and 9 others, which includes the wife of the vice president. So recently, he was in Korea, South Korea, for the Africa Summit, and maybe that is something we could want to have a look at.
In sum, therefore, I think this has been a good trip. We have set the base and the tone. We will have to individually, the respective sectors, follow through from the conversations that we've had. We had Minister of Agriculture here, Trade here, Information and Digitalization here, Finance here, and of course Foreign Affairs, and their teams, including the Malawi Investment Trade Center. I think it's a good start to a long-term relationship for a better future. Had also the opportunity to meet with the former Secretary General of the United Nations, His Excellency Ban Ki-moon, who heads an institution called the Green Global Growth Initiative. I hope I've put it correctly, it's called GGGI. And they've committed to come and open an office in Lilongwe, which office is also going to help pool resources for climate-related activities. In short, therefore, from the summit itself, it went on very well. We've made our case. We'll have to follow up. On the Green Climate Fund, it's good news because the funds will be disbursed in the next 45 days or so. But that we have got the confirmation. On the Minister of Agriculture, they have signed their MOU. Minister of Trade, they have signed the framework. And indeed, we will be getting the GGI folks to come and set up in Malawi so that we could benefit in the future.
This was one of the final trips he made abroad or to the diaspora in working for the people of Malawi. And as you can be able to see, he was a good negotiator and he had the interests of the Malawian people at heart. Probably he could have become the president of Malawi if he had lived beyond this air clash.